What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and holy shit, I have not done a collection update video on this channel in a really long time. I'm gonna break that streak right here, right now. I've got some black metal to show you, and the first records I'm gonna show you is a recent vinyl version of a compilation that came out sometime earlier. I believe it came out last year, but this is finally getting the vinyl treatment, and this is, of course, some very true to the roots raw black metal. This is Candelabrum with The Gathering. Yeah. Alter Productions. This is a compilation of the first 3 demos put out through the band Candelabrum. Gathering energies from the moon to unleash the spell of destruction, the darkest horizon of times, conspiring with the dead for eternal damnation, and an ordeal for the souls, the summoning. Yeah, I believe all 3 of these demos came out around 2015. Now this of course predates Necrotelepathy, which of course was an absolutely amazing album from last year. Ended up getting both versions, the regular version that just had the paper sleeve and the repress that had the proper album cover sleeve. That album was amazing, but getting to listen to the earliest increments of a band like Candelabrum is really amazing, because you got the idea of what type of a black metal band Candelabrum was. Very harrowing, very dark, very mystical sounding black metal, but very raw sounding. That's what I really enjoy about Candelabrum a lot. Musically, vocally, I just love the vocal style. It's very distinctive, very unique. Really incredible demos to be listening to, and I'm very happy and pleased to own something like this. I know that stuff like this will sell and be purchased very, very quick and reasonably, but luckily I was able to get a copy of this. But anyway, here's the front cover. As you can see, this is already a paper sleeve, but it's a little bit of a stronger sort of paper in comparison to the Necrotelepathy, the first press of Necrotelepathy, but whatever. Better than nothing. Back cover, track listing and credits. You see Alter Productions logo. What's interesting about this is that this is a hand-numbered sort of thing. Of course, you can see this is a fold-out little sleeve here, stronger cardboard, but this is hand-numbered. Mine is number 119. I don't know the limitations on this. I'm guessing maybe 500 copies, but I could be wrong. Yeah. Comes with a printed sheet with the artwork for the CD version of The Gathering. You have the back with the artwork for all 3 of the Candelabrum demos, and of course you have the typical manifesto that this band distributes. Candelabrum stands against nowadays black metal. Death will hunt you down. You know who you are. Yeah, you can tell that Candelabrum mean business here. And it's a double LP. One side is blank, but sides 1 and 2 of course comes on a standard black vinyl. There you see the labeling here. Lengthy songs as per usual from a band like Candelabrum, but it's still very interesting and mystifying to know what type of music Candelabrum makes. But yeah, this is a very awesome compilation if you want to get into the earlier elements of what this band has done and what will be continued in the future. So yeah, this is Candelabrum with The Gathering. Next up, I am extremely happy that No Evdia decided to reissue this band's body of work. This is easily some of the best Swedish black metal to ever existed. This is Funeral Mist with Salvation. Yeah. This came out in 2003, and of course, if you don't know Funeral Mist, this is of course probably one of the very best Swedish black metal bands to ever existed. This is the band that featured Ariok, who of course many know would go on to become the vocalist of Marduk and of course change his name to Mortis. But with Funeral Mist, this is a completely different sort of style of black metal, but still very traditional, very powerful sounding stuff. I really appreciated the body of work that Funeral Mist had put out in the early 2000s. Of course, this debut full length is something very special to listen to. The lyrics, the vocals, musically, sonically, this is just an incredible black metal record. I mean, once you listen to the opening track of Agnus Dei, to songs like Holy Poison, Perdition's Light, Circle of Eyes, some very, very strong and elaborate material here. The vocal work is amazing, the riffs are amazing, the drums are fantastic, everything is extremely exceptional and well-paced, considering this is quite a lengthy record, but yet I still think that this is an album that gets the job done. And if you happen to see any of the Funeral Mist reissues, definitely grab on and get them. I was hopeful to get that box set edition that had all 3 of the Funeral Mist vinyl reissues, but luckily these got 2017 represses, so I'm extremely happy and satisfied to have them all. But since we're talking about Salvation, this is definitely one place to get acquainted and get started with. Anyway, here's the front cover. Love this album cover art, very distinctive and recognizable. Back cover, as you can see, no FD put this out. Gatefold. Love this picture of Ariok. Very, very badass. Lyrics. You have credits in the middle. All these reissues came with these massive posters, and I'm going to try my best to see if I can fit this on the camera here. But yeah, very, very badass posters. Completely different sort of to what was done originally. But yeah, check this out. I don't know if you're able to see that well or not, but yeah, Funeral Mist, Salvation. Absolutely badass poster. Of course, I don't have the room to hang this up, but this is an absolutely cool piece to add to the collection here. And it's a double LP, and they both come on a standard black vinyl. This is side A and side B. Sound quality is fantastic. No Avdia did a great job with these reissues, and I'm very happy that these are out. But yeah, like I said, if you're able to come across any of these reissues, whether it be this one, Devilry, or their final full-length album, can't think or try to pronounce it because I might butcher it. But yeah, Funeral Mist is absolutely an important band in Swedish black metal history and black metal history in general. So yeah, check out Salvation by Funeral Mist. Moving on to some 2017 territory here. And we have the newest full-length from probably one of the most important bands in US black metal, in my opinion, and this one is a scorcher. This is Nightbringer with Terra Damnata. Yeah, this is released this year through Season of Mist, and pretty much this continues on in the same pathway as their last full-length Ego Dominus Tus. Pretty much, if you're familiarized with that last Nightbringer record, you're going to come in knowing exactly what to expect here with this new Nightbringer record. And really, these guys just know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing when it comes to writing the lyrics, making the song structures flow so well. Vocally, Menthor being a great addition to the drums. The riffs are fantastic. Just a lot of great elaborate stuff being heard on this record. I mean, listening to songs like Misrule, Of the Key and Crossed Bones, Inheritor of a Dying World. This is just some fantastic stuff here. In all honesty, I don't know if I like this album more than I did Ego Dominus Tus, or what place I would consider this in Nightbringer's discography, but I really think that this album is extremely strong and very powerful to listen to. And if you really want to get into Nightbringer, this is definitely an album to be getting into. This band's whole body of work is fantastic, and I'm happy they put out something in 2017. So anyway, here's the front cover. Love the texturing on this gatefold. This artwork is very nice. David Herrerius did the artwork. Very badass. Back cover. Beautiful art. Gatefold. You have some additional artwork right in the middle here, and you have lyrics, and you have credits at the very bottom right here. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. And it's a double LP, and luckily I was able to get the band exclusive version through Noxiel, because this album sold out relatively fast through Season of Mist in every single variant. But thanks to my buddy Metal Vault, I was able to get the band exclusive variant, which is limited to 100 copies, and then it comes on a very nice dark emerald green sort of vinyl color. Digging the center labels on these a lot. Very badass. Sound quality is fantastic as per usual with Season of Mist. But yeah, Nightbringer have put out a very awesome record in 2017, and I definitely would recommend anybody check this out. So yeah, this is Terra Damnata by Nightbringer. Moving on to another 2017 release. I mentioned Portugal at the very beginning, and now we're going to go back to Portugal for probably the most well-known project to come out of that country. This is Black Solis with Banished from Time. Yeah. This came out in 2017 through Iron Bonehead Productions, and pretty much it's fascinating to know how far along this band has come over the years. I mean, as many of you know, the first time I ever heard Black Solis was when I purchased a copy of A Corpse of Temple, the CD through Diabolic Force. And from listening to that CD, it only piqued my interest as to what kind of black metal sound this band was going for. And from getting acquainted with their demos, and then later full lengths like Summoning the Night, and of course Mysteries, this band had a very distinctive sort of sound. Very repetitious, very raw, very visceral sounding black metal. From the vocals, to the riffs, to the production style, this was an incredibly distinctive band. And in recent times, this band has garnered somewhat of a very dedicated, loyal cult following within the underground. This is one of those bands that is very big to a certain select crowd of people. And once this crowd of people becomes aware of anything involving Black Solis, they're going to jump right on it and become in love with it right away. Moving on to Banished from Time, this is without question the most unique sounding album of the bunch. This is completely different sounding in comparison to the first three Black Solis records. Of course, from the different album cover art, to the way things are laid out, to the music itself. I mean, musically, this is still as much of a Black Solis record as you can get, but you can easily tell that this is different sounding. It's a different sounding Black Solis record, but I appreciate the fact that Black Solis dared to do something a little bit different this time around. I mean, once you listen to the 5 tracks in its entirety, you'll understand and appreciate what Black Solis is going for with a release like this. I really, really think this is a fantastic album to listen to. I don't know if I can say this is their best stuff, but I could definitely say that this is another really incredible release. I mean, listen to the songs Timeless Spectre and Channeling Forgotten Energies. Just some really fantastic music to be listened to all the way throughout here. I honestly think Black Solis is going to stay very much relevant within the underground. I don't see them getting bigger or more fleshed out or anything like that. They are underground to the core, and I don't see them changing that sort of stance anytime in the foreseeable future. So yeah, I still love Black Solis, and I think you should probably still love them too. So anyway, here's the front cover. Digging the matte finish on the jacket. Love this album cover art. There's the Black Solis logo here. Back cover. Track listings and credits. Yeah, I love these manifestos and these writings on all these Black Solis records. It's really, really badass. Yeah. Comes with a fold-out poster of the artwork. Typical Iron Bonehead to always put in a poster with the album cover here. Very, very beautifully done. Nicely done here. Comes with a lyric sheet. There you have the photography here. Very, very badass picture of Black Solis here. Very, very awesome. And then you have the back with the artwork, lyrics, which is very rare for a Black Solis. I think the last time we saw lyrics was on the Summoning the Night album. You don't really get to see too much in the way of Black Solis lyrics. And there, of course, you have the credits and the manifesto. Keep this record to yourself. If you fail to understand this, the war is also against you. If this record doesn't mean anything to you anymore, just destroy it. Yeah. Love, love, love the badassery of this band. Yeah. I don't know the limitation of everything, honestly, because this sold out very, very fast upon the first releases on Iron Bonehead. I think that this copy that I have, I ordered it through Nuclear War Now. I waited until this hit US distros. I waited until Nuclear War Now got it, and I believe that this is the backup version of the record. I mean, it was originally on black vinyl, but I think in case it sold out, they had a different variant, and this is on a white vinyl. Love the center labels on this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. And honestly, I couldn't imagine seeing Black Solis on another colored vinyl here. I know everybody has their picky, choosy choices about colored vinyl, but if it's not on black, clear, or white vinyl, then I don't know what else Black Solis would be on. It's kind of awkward to see it on red or blue colored vinyl for something that's predominantly black and white colored in photography and aesthetic and whatever. But yeah, it's a different Black Solis record, but I still think it's very badass. So yeah, Banished from Time, Black Solis, go check this out. Next up, we have a very familiar face in the realms of LLN and the French black metal world. MÜTIILATION recently had a bunch of their full-lengths reissued through Osmos Productions, and this is one of the reissues that I was the most excited for. This is MÜTIILATION with Majestical Process. Yeah, this is the 4th MÜTIILATION album. I believe this came out in 2003, and I'm very, very well aware of the original vinyl pressing that came out of this. I saw my buddy Canyon talk about it on one of his videos a very long time ago, and it's just so happened that when I was in Austin at end of an year, I was browsing through the records, and I was looking through their new titles, and one of the records I happened to see in there was the first press of Majestical Process, and Canyon was not joking when it came to the quality of the sleeve. Oh my god, just how dimly lit the album cover was, to how flimsy the gatefold was, to just how everything looked and appeared. It was just a sight to behold, honestly. And it makes you wonder why these record labels don't really take good care of their vinyl releases. It's very, very strange and weird, but I don't know, man. I was hoping that this would get a proper reissue, and thankfully it did get a proper reissue, and yeah. As far as Majestical Process is concerned, I think this does pick up where Black Millennium Grimly Reborn left off, being very weird and very strange MÜTIILATION sort of sounds. But Maynok does tremendous wonders here with this album. I think this is a very solid record to listen to all the way through and through. I mean, Destroy Your Life for Satan, Beyond the Decay of Time and Flies, and If These Walls Could Speak. There is definitely a lot of really good songs to be heard on this album, and it's definitely a joy to listen to. And especially for the way Maynok looks when it comes to this artwork and how everything looks. It's just a very strange sort of MÜTIILATION record, but I still think it's very special in its own right. So anyway, here's the front cover. As you can see, the album cover artwork is a lot brighter looking. Definitely you can see everything. You can see the egg, the snakes, and the flies, or the noodles, whatever the hell you want to call it. There's a bit of a spot gloss on the logo and the name of the album, which is a very nice touch. You have the back cover here, track listing and credits, Osmos Productions. Comes with a fold-out sheet. There you see Maynok looking weird as fuck. Lyrics. There you have the back of the sheet. This plague officially cursed by Maynok, so you know, of course, that this is a legitimate reissue. You know, all the stuff that he deals with Jakar and whatever. Let's see this. And I believe this came in 2 different sort of variants, white vinyl and standard black vinyl, and I got the standard black vinyl version. Yeah. There you see Maynok right there looking all badass. Love this B-side label. Very, very badass. But yeah. If you're a fan of MÜTIILATION, and if you're a fan of getting the special reissues, I definitely think this is definitely one worth owning. Kind of wish they did a reissue for the debut album. Mainly want to get a proper reissue of the debut because of the mortared faces. I don't know what I'm saying. I love that record, but I just love mortared faces. But anywho, MÜTIILATION, Majestical Process. Go check this out. And last but definitely not least, we get into Grail territory, because this album has been on my want list for several years, and I've been wanting vinyl of this project for a very long time. Getting the split of this band with Archgoat was a nice way to get the ball rolling, but I needed to get more music from this artist, and finally I've got a couple of records, and this is the one I have been the most anticipated for. This is Satanic Warmaster with Corellian Satanist Madness. Yeah. This is the 3rd full-length from Satanic Warmaster. Of course, If you know Satanic Warmaster, this is probably one of the most well-known projects to come out of Finland. Definitely provocative, controversial, terrific sounding music, regardless of whatever ways you want to look at it. And when it comes to Satanic Warmaster's body of work, I would have to say Corellian Satanist Madness is my absolute favorite record of his. When it comes to the music, the structure, the sounds of things, it's just an overall amazing record. I mean, the Vampiric Tyrant, True Blackness, In Dreams of Eight, Eaten by Rats. There's just a lot of memorable stuff to be heard about this Satanic Warmaster record. And to finally have some vinyl of this artist in my collection is an extremely satisfying feeling to me, because I've been wanting this for a very, very long time, and the wait was finally well worth it. But yeah, front cover, very recognizable album cover art here. I think this is probably the second or third press of this record, because this is a no colors press. Of course, the original press is a little different. You have a different sort of logo, but yeah, you have the Satanic Warmaster logo here. But yeah, very, very badass. Back cover here. There you see Werewolf, track listing and credits. Comes with a one sheet. You have some artwork on here, photography, lyrics and credits. Very, very badass. And I'm so thankful that Forever Plagued happened to get this record in, so as soon as I saw it in, I immediately had to grab it. But yeah, comes on a standard black vinyl, and I like that the labeling is somewhat etched onto the middle of the record stamp. Side Anger, Side Blood. Very, very cool. Sounds great. I'm extremely, extremely pleased to own this. Along the line, I would love to come across a copy of Strength and Honor, but if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. But any which way, I'm very pleased to own this. So yeah, Satanic Warmaster, Corellian Satanist Madness. Fuck yes. And with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some selected links to some of the bands I talked to you about here in this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about them. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, MÜTIILATION out.